Good morning, challengers. Here it is. It's Friday, and I wanted to do like a little short weekend review for me and kind of connect with some of y'all a little bit more, or all of you, whoever whoever wants to connect with me. Um, Either you can comment on this video or make your own video. I love all the videos. Like when people do videos, I love hearing your voice and that type of stuff. But for me, I am going to write my day in review later on, but I kind of thought this 30 days, I would like to challenge myself and do a video review, like a week in review so far with everyone here, and kind of get your feedback because I kind of need that accountability, and I want to know y'all out there. You know, there are 60 of us in this group, and I know we're all very different, which is wonderful. And I could definitely use your help. We have people at all stages of life in here, but this week has been a hard week, and it has been a struggle. And but on the upswing of things, I've had a neighbor of mine. Her name is Tracy, and she's a grandmother to some of the children that go to school with my oldest son. One of them is in the same class as Bennett, and she's kind of come alongside me, and in her sweetest Southern way, bless your heart type of thing. She's just kind of like, so you're struggling this week, like she hasn't said that, but I mean, it has taken all within me not to burst out in tears and tell her thank you for recognizing the struggle. And my big struggle this week has been the fact that Brayden, the one whose birthday it is today, my 3-year-old, he's been sick, really, really sick this whole week. And being the full time parent and caregiver, and I know a lot of you out there understand this. It's a different type of a hard. It's a different type of a struggle, and you don't really want to complain about it because you feel very blessed that you're at home. And this was a choice. I was a teacher for 12 years, and I enjoyed that. But I did make a choice, and my husband and I, even before we had children, while we were dating, we talked about that, and that's something that we both wanted to work towards so that I would be able to have that opportunity to stay home. So I never want to complain about it, but it's just difficult, and it's lonely, and it is sacrificial, and it is also very, at the same time, it's very selfish. Does that make sense? And so it's been a hard week with all those different type of struggles, and I've emotionally struggled, and I'm sure at some point I'm gonna move past maybe this emotion. But with my youngest son, every birthday with him to me is a blessing. And leading up to this, and he's so sick, and it's just all these emotions. And he has a congenital heart defect. That's the reason why we weren't guaranteed the first one. And none of us are guaranteed, right? Any of them. But sometimes certain things that are going on remind you that of the sweetness and the shortness of life. And so I've been dealing with that this week. So my week in review it's been a struggle. And it, again, though, I don't know why it's so hard for me to just be honest that it's a struggle without saying, but I know I'm blessed. Does that make sense? And there's so many of you out here that I've already walked a lot of life with, and I just admire every single person that I have walked life with in this group. And then there are people in this group that I just look at, and I don't know them like super personally, but I'm just like, how do they do it? So please share. That's what I'm asking in this video. Please share, either in a video or in the comments below, or whatever. Kind of how you're able to do life with what appears to look like not a lot of stress. Does that make sense to anyone? that would be super helpful to me during this 30 days. And I would like to do a video, if that's okay with everybody, a video every Friday at some point, either sharing my coffee or sharing my shake, because I'm two-fisting it. Like, it's been that type of a week. But again, many blessings, and I hope that if some of you have, look, I know a lot of my problem is procrastination for sure, or always putting something ahead of something that's hard to do. It's like eat that frog first, and it's so hard to eat that frog first. The one thing that you have to get out of the way. I keep putting distractions in front of me, and I think that gets things off kilter for the rest of the day. So anyone out there that has like scheduling tips, other than get your butt up, because I already know that one. Do you know what I mean? Like, I understand that one, and also I understand the get your butt to bed, and that's the one that I desperately am working on. Trying to get myself to bed. And this is my last question for the moms out there in the group. When you start having children, did your things, for me, for my scheduling, my time scheduling at night, has just been out of whack? And I would say that's been for 6 years, and since Braden is turning 3, I got into bed last night and I thought, oh my gosh, in a way, I'm like, wow, it's been 3 years. That went by fast. And then the other way was like, oh my gosh, it's felt like 10, because of the fact that my sleep schedule is just like all screwed up. And so I'm continually exhausted. So I'm working out exhausted. I'm parenting exhausted. I'm being in a marriage exhausted. That feeling of exhaustion. And at the same time, you feel exhausted, but you feel blessed. And so it's kind of like, is it because I had children that like I can't, like shut it off and go to bed, or what? So any comments below would be super helpful. Maybe I can just like use your wisdom to get myself back on track. So anyways, here's to Coffee Fridays, Shake Fridays, double fisting it. And I hope that some of y'all do a video for your weekend review. Kind of tell me where you're at so I'm not all alone. And thank you so much for being in this group. And I hope that all 60 of us get to know each other better and encourage each other uniquely. So have a happy Friday.